104 years ago, the first flight was undertaken in Guyana from the Bel Air Park race course by the American pilot George Schmidt. This early introduction of aviation in Guyana opened up a new and indispensable mode of transportation, connecting people, goods, communities, cultures, and Guyana to the rest of the world. Aviation has a rich history in Guyana. It is the main bridge between the coastal areas and the communities in the hinterland, many of which are inaccessible by any other means of transportation. From the first box kite flight in 1913 to the formation of the Guyana Airways Corporation in the early 60s, commercial aviation in Guyana has grown from primacy to sophistication. Today, the aviation sector has 6 domestic commercial operators with more than 70 aircraft, working together, transporting 160,000 passengers annually within Guyana and moving 18.3 million kgs of cargo. A 2016 study conducted by Oxford Economics revealed that the impact of the aviation sector in Guyana is substantial, creating some 20.7 billion in annual economic activities, representing 3.2% of Guyana's total GDP in 2015. This sector creates more than 12,000 jobs and accounts for nearly 1 in 20 jobs in Guyana and 1.7 billion in travel tax revenues. It is the government's vision for a modern civil aviation sector that promotes and facilitates the development of Guyana. In March 2002, the roadmap of this vision commenced with the formation and establishment of the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority. Government's commitment to the sector remains steadfast and resolute. Our core values are embodied in the acronym ACT Right: accountability, confidentiality, transparency, respect for diversity, integrity, good governance, harmonized and consultative approach, team spirit. In July 2016, the GCAA recruited retired Lieutenant Colonel Egbert Field as a new Director General. Director Field brings with him 19,000 flight hours and over 40 years of aviation experience both locally and internationally.
So we have to look at the challenges which are ahead of us, and the challenges are massive. We have the extending runway at Temeri being constructed. We have the expansion of the Temeri International Airport, the oil gas industry, which is on the edge at this time, about to commence. So we have a number of challenges ahead of us. We have got to form ourselves into a robust oversight system. We have got to ensure that we have well-qualified individuals who can handle these challenges. And as such, training has begun, and being properly trained means that they must reach to the point where they can be fully delegated by the authority, fully delegated to carry out all the oversight systems and functions as stated by ICAO.
A new modern and green aviation headquarters is proposed and is expected to be completed within the next 3 years. A modern Civil Aviation Bill 2017 is before the Parliament's Select Committee for examination. This new bill seeks to repeal and replace the Civil Aviation Act, Chapter 5301, the modernization of the air navigation services, and the introduction of aeronautical surveillance using the Automatic Dependent Surveillance Broadcast System. VHF repeaters and ADS-B have been established at Port Kaituma, Kaieteur, Camarang, and Anai. This allows for the tracking of aircrafts flying at low and high altitudes in real time. A modern 3D flight simulator to train air traffic controllers. Guyana's level of compliance with ICAO moved from 44.24% in 2007 to 64.66% in November 2016. Ogle Aerodrome gained international status in 2009 and is today one of the busiest airports within the Caribbean region, with an average of 134 landings and takeoffs every day, facilitating the movement of more than 50,000 passengers. In 2015, the airport was renamed the Eugene F. Correa International Airport. The airport currently supports regional flights from Liat. The Chedi Jagan International is Guyana's main international airport. From 2000 to 2012, the passenger movement grew from 384,000 to 544,000, Realizing the strained passenger influx was putting on the existing facility, steps were put in place to improve it, hence the birth of the airport expansion project. The runway will be extended from 7,500 to 10,800 feet, and the terminal building will be transformed into a state-of-the-art facility.
The way forward is going to be rough, but I am sure that I'll be able to surmount all those obstacles. I would like to see the authority being a robust authority in full compliance with ICAO, working hand in hand with the operator. We are not to be looked at as a policing organization. I despise that thought of a policing organization. We are a regulatory organization. But even though we are a regulatory organization, we are facilitators. We facilitate the industry. We ensure that we walk hand in hand with them, supporting them. Because if there's no industry, there's no civil aviation authority. Therefore, one of my goals is to ensure that civil aviation is built and civil aviation continues to grow within Guyana. This country is too large for aviation to be dispensed with. The only way the economy of Guyana can grow and continue to develop is with the aid of civil aviation. We have 83,000 square miles, of which only approximately 5% is populated. All the mining industry and all the other parts of the development, agriculture, etc., is located in the hinterland, where there are no road networks, our rivers are not navigable. Therefore, building this country will depend a lot on aviation.
In the quest for excellence in raising the standard of safety and security, we have set the skies as our limit, and our focus on meeting the global timelines as established in the Global Aviation Safety Plan and Global Air Navigation Plan, meeting Guyana's obligation under the International Convention on Civil Aviation, and compliance with ICAO remains our #1 priority. Safety and security of civil aviation are the pillars of this sector's sustainability.